Thanks for joining us here on this edition of NFL Daily, powered by Chat Sports. Tyler Jones here. Thanks for stopping by. We are breaking down the top free agents remaining after the post-June 1 cuts. Who could your team be adding now that money is freed up for certain teams around the NFL? We'll go over the top 25 players on our list in just a matter of moments. Before we do, we are your off-season headquarters here at NFL Daily, talking everything from free agency to trades, breaking down every potential move that you can think of. We want to make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you never miss a moment. We're live once a week throughout the off-season as well. Lock us in. Subscribe now for free. I want to get 20 subs off today's video. I think that's a reasonable goal. 20 subs. Can we make it happen? Subscribe now for free. Lock us in. Subscribe now, and you'll be glad you did. Let's start with Justin Simmons. This one to me is a bit of a shocker that Simmons is still available, coming off a pretty decent season in 2023. And the options for Simmons are somewhat limited at this point. Wherever he goes, he might end up being a number 3 safety at this juncture. And if you're a team that needs some safety help, Simmons would be a very good option. And his price tag has probably gone down quite a bit from what it was a couple months ago when free agency began. At the wide receiver position, not a ton of options at wide receiver at this point. Russell Gage, formerly of the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, is available. Connor Williams, the center/guard, who was most recently with the Miami Dolphins, also on the market as well. Connor Williams was graded as the top center in the NFL by Pro Football Focus last year. Stephon Gilmore, he's been a journeyman of sorts, but still has played at a high level for the former NFL Defensive Player of the Year, and there could be some reunions potentially intact for him. Might find himself back in Dallas, could be back in Carolina. Stephon Gilmore with several options to choose from. Carl Lawson, the edge rusher, formerly of the New York Jets, also is available at this point in time. Still looking for his name to be called to see where he could end up. Let's start with Justin Simmons. What team is going to sign the former Denver Broncos safety? Could he end up back in Denver when it's all said and done? What do you guys think? Predicted for me in the comment section on our pinned comment today. Tell us where you think Justin Simmons is going to end up. Next, we find Kwon Alexander, most recently with the Pittsburgh Steelers, former San Francisco 49er, still looking for somewhere to call home. Emmanuel Ogbah, he got paid a lot of money by the Miami Dolphins, had a disappointing season last year, but we've seen this from Ogbah in the past where he has a down year and then comes back and is a pivotal piece. We saw that when he joined the Kansas City Chiefs and was a part of their Super Bowl run a few years ago. Connor McGovern, the other Connor McGovern, that is, most recently with the New York Jets, the other one with the Buffalo Bills. He's still out there. If you need some help at the center spot, could be an option. DJ Humphries at the offensive tackle position, another possibility as well for teams in the market on the offensive line. And with him, it could be a case of when injuries pile up, whether it be in these offseason activities or in training camp, before he potentially gets his name called. And then there's Ryan Tannehill. Tannehill began last season as the starting quarterback for the Tennessee Titans, ultimately got benched in favor of Will Levis. And Tannehill, if you recall, began his career with the Miami Dolphins. Ultimately, they moved on from him, goes to Tennessee, and he was written off, right? He was the backup there in Tennessee, took the job from Mariota and helped take them to an AFC title game. Could we see Tannehill in a similar situation like what happened when he first arrived in Tennessee, where he's a backup but breathes new life again of some sorts? And I think the question on a lot of folks' minds is, does he still have it? Is he worth being a quality backup for somebody out there? How much does Tannehill have left in the tank at this point? Because last year was not a very good year for Ryan Tannehill. What do you guys think? Can Tannehill be a quality backup in the National Football League? Does he still have something left? Y for yes, N for no. Way in the comments section. Tell us what you think if you think Tannehill still has something left as a backup QB. Jerick McKinnon, the former Kansas City Chiefs running back, he's on the market waiting for his name to be called, a decent pass catcher in his own right. Hunter Renfrow, no longer in Las Vegas. He's still waiting for his name to be called. Wasn't too long ago that Renfrow was a Pro Bowl wide receiver, but kind of got phased out in that Vegas offense last year. Mercedes Lewis, he spent the weekend hanging out with Aaron Rodgers at the UFC fight in New Jersey this weekend. Maybe he joins up with Rodgers in New York, potentially. Blaine Gabbert, also available in the free agent market, was the backup QB in Kansas City for their Super Bowl run last year, and ultimately they've gone with Carson Wentz, so he's not going back to Kansas City. We'll see where he goes. And then there's Zach Cunningham at the linebacker position, still waiting for his name to be called as well. We got 10 more names to get to on our list of the best free agents available in just a moment. Before we do, we got a great deal we're offering for you right now. Rookie jerseys are on sale now at chatsports.com/NFL jersey. All your favorite rookies, from the likes of Caleb Williams to Jaden Daniels, Drake May, you name it, we got it here for you. Whether it's your favorite college player or somebody that's new on your favorite team, go see for yourself at chatsports.com/NFL jersey. And now's a great time to rep these jerseys, folks. You're getting the very beginning of these guys' careers. And Father's Day, just around the corner, why not get Dad one of these rookie jerseys? And you might stumble upon some free shipping as well. Go see for yourself, chatsports.com/NFL jersey to get yours today. That's chatsports.com/NFL jersey. Adoree Jackson also on this list at the corner position. Well, Quandre Diggs remains available. Quandre Diggs had a down year in 2023, but just a year removed from being a Pro Bowl selection in 2022. Can Quandre Diggs bounce back in a new home potentially? He would likely be a number 3 safety in his next destination. Micah Hyde on the market. We heard from him a while back say that it's 2 options for him, either returning to the Buffalo Bills or retirement for Micah Hyde. There's also questions about his health, of if he can get back to form that he was just a few years ago. Kareem Hunt also available on the free agent market. Last season, it was a while before his name was called and ultimately ended up back with the Cleveland Browns. We'll see what happens with Kareem Hunt. Sterling Shepard, who played for the New York Football Giants, the former Oklahoma Sooner, dealt with a lot of injuries over his career. Could he find somewhere to go at this point? We shall see. 5 more names to get to before we wrap up here on today's show. Before we do, who's a player that you want your favorite team to sign? Whether it's somebody we've talked about or somebody we haven't talked about on today's show, name a player that you would like to see added to your favorite team that's still available in free agency right now. Let's go to Jamal Adams now. Jamal Adams has had plenty of discussions with teams about a potential return to the Seattle Seahawks. They've mentioned about moving him to the linebacker position. Had a visit with the Baltimore Ravens a couple of weeks ago. Also talked to the San Francisco 49ers. Jamal Adams likely to sign somewhere. We'll see where that is and what his role is, whether he plays safety or linebacker. Al Woods at the defensive tackle spot, another possibility if you're looking for a veteran reinforcer in the inside. Well, Xavier Howard, after a disappointing season in Miami last year, he remains available on the free agent market as well, as Xavier Howard does as far as that goes. Eddie Jackson, also available at the safety position, and Damian Harris, the former running back with the Buffalo Bills, also still available right now as well. So there you have it. That's our full list of the top 25 free agents still on the market. We'll see where these guys ultimately end up. And with money being freed up with these post-June 1 cuts and the players that were designated as June 1 cuts several months ago, that money frees up where these teams can now spend money. We'll continue to follow and see where these guys end up. Thanks for joining us here on this edition of NFL Daily. Stay up to date with the latest happenings across the National Football League every day. We got you covered. YouTube.com/ChatSportsTV is where you can subscribe and never miss a moment. Don't miss out on our live shows and all of our NFL content all off-season long, where there is no off-season here at NFL Daily. I'm Tyler Jones. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.